Hi, this is Laura back with Honey's Cooking. Who doesn't love cupcakes, right? But chocolate cupcakes are even better. So we're going to show you how to make the best chocolate cupcakes with cream cheese frosting from scratch. These cupcakes are moist, they have a good chocolate flavor, and they stay together when we put all that yummy frosting on them. What you're going to need is 1½ cups of sugar, 1½ cups of flour, 1 cup of cocoa powder, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and ½ teaspoon of salt. And that's our dry ingredients. The other ingredients you're going to need is 1 cup of plain yogurt. Greek yogurt works really well in this recipe. 4 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 sticks of butter. And then you're going to need a cupcake pan and some cupcake liners. Okay, what we need to do first is we need to preheat our oven to 350 degrees and make sure it's heating up while we're cooking. And then we're going to mix all of our dry ingredients into our mixing bowl. So first we have our sugar, again 1½ cups of sugar. Dump that in here. 1½ cups of flour. 1 cup of cocoa powder. And the cocoa powder, we use Nestle, which is a really good one. And there's also Hershey's, there's all different kinds, so cocoa powder. 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. You can use the measuring cups for these, but I just use a little spoon. It's about the same. So, right off. There's 1. Then we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to switch hands because I'm going to drop it. That's about a teaspoon because I'm dropping some in the bowl too. And ½ teaspoon of salt. Okay, checklist. We got our flour, our sugar, our cocoa, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Now we're going to mix all of these together. So, just mix them. Make sure you mix these really well together. Next, what we need to do is our butter. This should be cold butter. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but I'll tell you now. This needs to be cold butter. You're going to have 2 sticks of cold butter, so just from the refrigerator. And we're going to cut them into little pieces because we're going to use this with our dry ingredients in just a minute. So, we're just going to cut that into little pieces. Okay. We've cut up our butter into little pieces. What I did was just cut it into quarters, into slices and then into quarters, but just little pieces. And we're going to mix those in here. I'm going to start out with a spoon just because I don't want to use my mixer and splash dry ingredients everywhere. We're going to mix it in, and then after we've started mixing the butter in, we're going to use our mixer, our electric mixer, on low and mix those in all together, the dry ingredients and our pieces of butter, to make moist crumbs. That's what we want it to end up looking like. Okay, now we've mixed in our chunks of butter, and we're doing that with a spoon. We're not going to use the mixer just because of all the dry ingredients. It's going to make a big cloud of cocoa all over your kitchen, which isn't going to be a good thing. So we're just going to use a spoon. And we did that already. We mixed it in. We've got some nice moist crumbs. Your butter is going to be mixed in there, and it's going to still have dry ingredients, and that's okay. Now we need to mix our wet ingredients in, our liquid ingredients. So we've got 1 cup of yogurt. Again, that's plain yogurt, and you can use Greek yogurt for that too. We need 4 eggs. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're gonna mix all of this in together. And I'm gonna start mixing with my spoon again, just so we don't have a cloud of cocoa across our kitchen. Or in my case, ping pong table. Now we're going to use our mixer. We've already mixed in our ingredients pretty well to get all that those dry ingredients mixed in with the liquid ingredients. Now we're going to use our mixer to finish mixing it up. You want it mixed really well. Okay, now we're going to fill up our muffin cups, cupcake cups, muffin cups. We're going to fill them about halfway, a little over halfway. Now we're going to take them over to the oven, and we're going to bake them on 350 degrees, which your oven should already be preheated to that. It does vary by oven. It might take 375, so that's something you might watch for as it's cooking. If it's not cooking all the way, maybe turn it to 375. Okay, now we've got these beautiful, yummy cupcakes. We have this beautiful frosting. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. Now we're going to decorate our cupcakes with this frosting. So what you're going to need for this is either a piping bag, or you're going to need just a regular zippy bag, small quart size, and some scissors. That's what we're going to use. So you're going to spoon your frosting into your bag. So let's do that. Set that over there. And when you're dipping it, you want to squeeze it, squish it kind of a little bit to let the air out of it. Got it all kind of towards the end. Now if you see, I left a little bit of the corner, just that corner tip, I left it empty. We're going to cut that little bitty tip off so we can use it to decorate our cupcakes. So very small corner we're going to cut off there. And we have a cupcake piping bag. And I left a little bit of air in this, but that's okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one cupcake and we're just going to squeeze this out. We're going to make kind of just a circle around it. Now I'm going to go back over it. Now look at that. Beautiful cupcake. Let's put a little bit extra. And there we go. Beautiful cupcake. Beautiful these are. I just put some red sprinkles. I just finished putting the red sprinkles on this one. This is mini chocolate chips. You can put chocolate shavings. You can put whatever you want to add to it. You can just leave it with just the cream cheese frosting. Look how beautiful those are. So these are our cupcakes. I hope you guys enjoy these and make them for yourself, make them for company, make them just to enjoy at home. They're perfect for holidays. You can dress them up for Valentine's Day, for birthdays, whatever you want to use them for. Our cupcake recipe does make about 2 dozen, so 24 cupcakes. So it makes quite a bit of cupcakes. If you only want a dozen, 12 cupcakes, then you can cut our recipe in half. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching.